Lauren, and it's cold this morning too, so we're waking up. We might drive around and get to the kids to school or work and see the lights.
Oh, how fun. It's that time of year. And hey, if you're going to put your Christmas lights up today, in the afternoon, it's not going to be too bad. Actually, a high temperature of around 55 degrees. But this morning, it's nice, cool, and crisp. So as you head out the door to go to school, to go to work, make sure you're grabbing that jacket. We have a freeze warning in effect until 9 a.m. this morning because temperatures are either around or below that freezing line. In fact, right now, 36 degrees. Good morning to you, DFW. It is crisp, it is cool, but we're getting a little bit of a breeze from the north, and that's making it feel even colder. We're actually feeling more like the upper 20s here across North Texas. Now, we are below freezing into Bowie. That's the case into Bridgeport, Gainesville, and Denton. High temperatures, or temperatures, I should say, right now are in the upper 20s and the lower 30s. By the way, 32 degrees is the freezing line. We may not get there here across DFW this morning. I'm anticipating temperatures to be a couple degrees above freezing. However, it will be very cold. A big shock to the system, especially considering the past several days haven't been this cold. We'll continue to see temperatures climb as we move throughout the rest of the morning, around 48 degrees. At 11 a.m. again, we'll hang on to a northwesterly flow winds coming from the north around 5 to 10 miles per hour. It's making it feel a little breezy and a little cooler than what the actual temperature is outside. 55 degrees once again is your high temperature today here across the Metroplex. Over towards Breckenridge, we're at 61, and Mineola at 53 degrees. Now, as we move into the day tomorrow, we have big changes in the forecast. We're going to get a little bit of a warm up. Why? Because we have this high pressure system that's dominating over into Mexico. It'll gradually shift off to the east, but as it does so, it'll make a tight pressure gradient between this low and high pressure system, and that's going to lead to some gustier winds. We're talking about winds coming from the south, gusting anywhere from 30 to 35 miles per hour as we move into the day tomorrow. Just gear up for it because it will be windy, but it's going to lead to high fire danger. We're talking about your Veterans Day forecast, 43 degrees in the morning, continuing to climb around 50 degrees at 10 a.m., 57 by that lunchtime hour. We are also going to be watching for a high temperature that'll be back around that 70-degree mark here across North Texas. It will be a warmer day than what we're seeing today, but we're also looking at high fire danger in effect. Again, those gusty winds, low relative humidity levels, and dry conditions are going to lead to, again, high fire danger. So keep that in mind, and please avoid any activities that may cause a spark or a flame. I do want to get you into the future cast because we're staying dry through the rest of this work week, but I am tracking our next big weather maker. That's right. Chance for some showers and thunderstorms moving into your day on Saturday. Right now, an isolated potential here across the entire region, but that scattered potential will include the I-35 corridor and for those of us off to the east. So if you have any plans this weekend, just prepare for some rainfall potential Saturday and entering our Sunday. That's our next big weather maker. But for today, it's nice, crisp, and cool. Make sure you're bundling up as you head out the door. Guys,
you don't have to tell us twice. We came in here with snow coats on this morning.
All right, turning our attention to the weather again, really cool. So, I mean, let's just call it what it is. It was cold. It was a cold start to the morning.
Yeah,
and it's warming up.
It's warming up. That's the good news. But it was quite literally freezing for some of us here across North Texas. We actually saw around 30 degrees in places like Fort Worth. You got to 30 degrees this morning, but Dallas, you got to 36. And actually at DFW Airport, the low temperature was 35 degrees. We had a little bit of a wind chill value, which was 29 degrees. And that's what it actually felt like. So when is our typical freeze of the year? It's typically around November 22nd, but some of us got to it today. Last freeze is typically into March. Tis the season. It is nice and chilly, and it still feels a little cool outside. Temperatures around 48 degrees in Fort Worth, 50 in Dallas, 48 in Waxahachie. But again, of course, because the wind chill value is making it feel a little cooler, and temperatures actually feel like the middle to upper 40s right now. So if you haven't already, head out the door, grab a jacket. You'll definitely need it. I will say it is sweater weather all day today. High temperature is going to top out right around 55 degrees at that 4 p.m. hour. 55 for the Metroplex, and up to the north just a little bit further. Sherman 53, Mineola 53, and 61 is the forecast high today for Breckenridge. Now over the next several days, we're going to heat things up. Why? Well, it's all thanks to this big ridge of high pressure that's over into Mexico right now. This ridge will gradually shift off to the east in the upcoming days, and tomorrow in particular, there will be a tight pressure gradient, so a difference between that high pressure and this low pressure. That will allow for some really gusty winds to take place here across North Texas. A southerly flow gusting anywhere from around 30 to 35 miles per hour is what's going to be in the forecast as we do move into the upcoming day. We're talking about Veterans Day. You're starting off the morning around 43 degrees, gradually climbing around 50, and then 57 by lunchtime. As we work our way into the afternoon, the high temperature will be right around 70 degrees for the Metroplex, and then for our cities off to the west just a bit further, topping out well above what we typically see for this time of the year. The high temperature will be in the upper 70s. Breckenridge even reaching 78 degrees. That's 10 degrees above what we typically see for this time of the year. And of course, we do have high fire danger due to the gusty conditions, warmer than average temperatures, and just dry weather. So that's something we're keeping a very close eye on as we do move into the next 24 hours. Now, something I'm keeping a very close eye on is this weekend. Not looking at a shot of rainfall through the rest of the work week, but look at this. Saturday, I'm giving us a 50% chance for isolated to scattered thunderstorms, thanks to our next big weather maker that'll swing through. Timing is still being ironed out, and just how cool it will get is also being ironed out as well. But we are suspecting the chance for some rumbles of thunder Saturday and entering Sunday, and a bit of a cool down. But until we get there, it was a cold morning today, and the temperature is around 55 degrees. Lots of sunshine will be